Hello, beautiful people. How you guys doing? Let me just move this fan a bit back. I always come here. At this point, I'm not gonna say anything, but I always come here looking like I don't know. I hope you guys are all doing good today. We're just gonna get ready. I have a meeting in like an hour and a half. And I want to get ready. I want to get ready for the meeting with you guys. Wow, my energy is actually low. Wow, I'm so tired. It's Sunday. It was kind of a long day. Was it a long day? Yeah. So I'm just gonna get ready with you guys. Oh, my energy is low. Pump it up, Monica. Pump it up. Ah! I think this live stream was not a good idea today. But anyways, let's continue. Um, I want to do like a very simple, easy wig install. I think this fan is causing a weird situation, not situation, a weird sound to my voice. My brain is fried. But anyways, I want to get ready for this meeting, and I don't think I'll do my makeup because it's the evening right now, and there's no point in doing my makeup honestly if I'm going to wash it off like in the next not 5, but in the next like 2 hours. I'm going to okay. The meeting is in an hour and a half hours. Yeah, then I'm not gonna do anything. It's the evening, so I don't think I'm gonna do my makeup, but I want to still look presentable. So I'm going to do a very simple, a very easy wig install. I bought this wig cap. Where did I get it from? Some shop in Pretoria. I got it from some shop in Pretoria, and it yeah, there's two in a pack. There's two in a pack, and I've already used one, so this is my last one. I don't know where my wig caps went. Someone took them, and I know who actually. But I'm not gonna say names. Let's just do this. It's a very easy wig install. It's not even an install, guys. Honestly, it's literally my everyday wig that I'm just gonna put on and just look presentable. Oh, there's nothing like a new wig cap though. This is nice. This is nice. The lighting is so weird. Like I'm trying to figure out my lighting situation. I don't think this is smart. I'm so close to the camera. Okay, I don't know what I just did. Let me fix this. I'm just fixing my light. It's just a weird setup. I need to still figure out like a good setup for my live streams. I'll figure it out. We all will figure it out, guys. But I hope you all are doing good this beautiful Sunday. I hope you all are relaxing. I hope you all are spending time with your family. I hope you all are just safe, on this planet Earth. I'm going to put on a wig. I just want to look presentable. I feel like I do not look like I'm presentable. And I'm like, come on, Monica. Let's look presentable. What are you, what are you guys busy with this weekend? What did I get up to? This weekend for me was actually just work, work, work. I took a 2 months, kind of like a month and a half break. And that's the nice thing about, being an entrepreneur. You can really take a break, take take your time if you need time off, you know. And I needed some time off, and that's what I did. I took some time off, and I just, focused on myself, try to get my life together. Yeah. So that's what I've been doing this past 2 months. And that meant work was really not prioritized. So I kind of got back into the swing of things on Friday. Yeah. So Friday I worked. So Friday I shot a video, and then yesterday I edited the video, and I'm still editing the video. I edited a little bit today as well, and I think I'm going to still edit a bit tomorrow, and then we're gonna schedule it for the weekend, I think. Yeah, it's just a little life update video, just talking about where I've been, how life is going, what I'm up to, being an entrepreneur, content creating, getting my life on track, all of that. I even talk about weight loss. I've actually lost a bit of weight. And when you want to lose weight, and actually, no, not when you want to lose weight, when you just are living life and you lose weight, you don't notice. I feel like I'm not making sense, but when you're just living life and all of a sudden you're losing weight, but you don't even realize that. That's what happened to me. So I lost a lot of weight in 2023 because I was just going through a lot. I was going through a lot in 2023. And as a result, I lost a lot of weight. But I thought, you know what, I'm probably going to gain back this weight eventually. And I haven't. I haven't gained back the weight over the last 2 years. And in the video, I address that. I talk about my weight loss and, yeah, how it came about, how I am maintaining my weight loss. But even in the video, I mentioned that there's nothing special I did to honestly keep the weight off. I just honestly eat like 2 times a day. Yeah, 2 times a day. And I still eat a lot of carbs. I won't even lie. I eat a lot of carbs. As of late, it's even shocking me. But I've been able to maintain the weight and keep it off because I only eat like 2 times a day, and I eat my breakfast like later in the day. So I like eating my breakfast at around 12 or 1 p.m. It's not even breakfast at that point, but that's when I like to break my fast, have my breakfast. And I think that's one of the reasons that I've also been able to maintain like losing weight, because I eat late in the day as mentioned. And because I eat late in the day, I kind of, I'm only able to like stomach like 2 meals. Sometimes I also snack in between, but not a lot. I don't snack a lot. I even realized I don't eat a lot of fruits as of late, and I'm such a fruit person. I love fruits, but I don't know. I'm just off sugar, and I really think no. But I've always been a person who's not into sugar. I won't lie. I won't lie. I'm trying to find little thingies for my earrings. I want to wear earrings. I'm looking for like these things. They always go missing. Always go missing. Okay, these ones are a bit loose, but yeah, I find myself, being able to maintain this weight that I've lost. And I've realized that when you stop consuming sugar, your life changes, honestly. It's not easy, but keeping the weight off, honestly, is easier when you don't consume sugar. And I've realized I've lost a lot of weight in my face. Like, I'm less inflamed. I used to be like big chubby cheeks. I have chubby cheeks, and not eating a lot of sugar has definitely helped with the inflammation. I was very inflamed. I had a lot of cortisol. Cortisol, when you see people who just got like, no, let me not say just got, but people who, like, for example, just work a 9 to 5, and then they gain this crazy weight from working, and they're like very chubby. Hi, bro, Peter. How you doing? I'm busy talking about weight loss and how I've been able to, lose weight, maintain the weight that I've lost, like maintain this weight. And I'm realizing that stress is actually such a big component in terms of us retaining our weight and being so inflamed, being chubby. It has a lot to do with stress for most of us. Your English is too smooth. Which city are you from? I'm from Pretoria. Where are you watching from? When you say my English is too smooth, you're reminding me of this guy. I don't know if he's trending. If you're South African, um, if you're South, okay, are you South African? Before I get into the story, because maybe you're not South African and you don't know, but South Africans, guys, we are a problem. We are a problem when it comes to English and accents. We are a problem. This guy, I think his name is Macintosh, and he's part. Look at me just going on another story. Your mouth is also moving. Peter, oh, you're from Nigeria. Oh, okay, nice. I don't know any Nigerian words. Do I know any Nigerian words? I actually don't know Nigerian words. That's concerning. Let me see. Let me think. Guys, why do I not know Nigerian words? Okay, well, Nigeria has two languages, obviously. Okay, not two languages, definitely not. But like, Igbo and Yoruba. So I'm just like, do I know any Igbo or Yoruba words? I don't know. How do you say hello? How do you say hello? I actually don't know. But anyways, there's this guy. His name is Macintosh, and he was being was like a meeting or something in our parliament. Why did this guy, a South African man, have a British accent? It was so funny. They were asking him why they spend like literally 3.9 million rand on an award show. Like not an award show, an award thing for work. Awards for work. And they spent 3.9 million rands. That is like almost $20 million. Yeah, almost $20 million for one night, one day at work. Imagine. And they interviewed this man, and he was speaking in a British accent, and I was so gone. It was so funny. And next to him was his colleague. You could see this lady was done with this man. They were asking him, is it reasonable that you guys paid 1.9 million for your venue? That's like $17 million for a venue for a work event. And he's like, I don't know, my lord. Um, our department paid for that. I can't even do a British accent. I'm so bad at accents. And I'm like, South Africans, we need to check ourselves. We need to check ourselves. But yeah, how's your Sunday going, guys? How is your Sunday? It's so warm in South Africa. It is currently our rainy season. I don't know if he'll go to prison though. I don't know if he'll go to prison, Peter. South Africa is so corrupt, guys. Like, social media is really exposing, especially like, the other platform, TikTok, where you can see a lot of content around politics and stuff like that. And guys, South Africa is corrupt. South Africa is so corrupt. There's so many problems in our country. Like, child, it's crazy. It honestly has eaten into our veins, honestly, as Africans. Like, as Africans, we really need to sit down. You're so right, Peter. Like, we really need to sit down as Africans and look into how corrupt we are and how it's honestly holding us back. And these politicians, for me, like, it takes me out, it kills me because they are being bribed with peanuts. If you really sit there and think about it, like, if as Africans, our politicians put away, corruption and decided, what, we're going to do things the right way and put our people first, they would actually make more money. They would actually make more money. But they're so corrupted and just small minded, and that's what the puppet controllers want. They want people like this, people they can easily control because they can siphon more money out of them. It's honestly so sad how corrupt our politicians are. They are holding us back as Africans, and it's not just one African country, it's literally the whole continent. The whole continent. These old politicians, they defend lies with lies, looking so innocent. They honestly do. They are such liars, our politicians. Up, like honestly, it is disgusting. It's so disgusting. And it's every country in Africa. Every country in Africa deals with corrupt politicians. Every country in Africa, and it honestly holds us back. Yes, other countries definitely lean on our continent for them to be successful. You know, that's what I'm saying, that these people, these puppet masters who are controlling our politicians, they're able to make this money because of our politicians. And these countries, some countries, not some, most, if not all countries in the West, are where they are because of, stealing from Africans. Like, look at France. Like, France is in trouble because African countries have like woken up and they're saying no more. Look at how things are going crazy. But I read this book called, what's it called, of River. I talk about this book, I think, every single, not every single time, but so many times. Every time I do a live every other day, I will mention this book. It's called of Water and Spirit by Patrice Limon Malidombe, I think. But no, Patrice Sombre. He's from Burkina Faso, and the book is about his experience when it comes to African spirituality as someone from the Dagara tribe in Burkina Faso. And that tribe wasn't that exposed to Western people. And I like, this was around like the 80s, the 90s. Let me say the 80s. It like really wasn't exposed to white people. And missionaries were coming to Burkina Faso, and young boys or young girls went missing. Like, these missionaries would kidnap these children and put them in missionary schools, teach them to speak French, and then have them work for the Catholic Church. Greetings from South Africa. Where are you from, sweetie? Hi, Andile Kendrick. I'm also from South Africa. Where in South Africa are you based? I am in Pretoria. And yeah, these missionaries in Burkina Faso would like snatch young children, young Africans. And what they did, like, guys, when we look at colonization, it has really been thought through. And this is something that's been happening for hundreds of years, not just the last 50 years, the last 100 years. No, like over 400 years, we've been dealing with slavery and colonialism and being colonized. And these people have really been planning it out. So what they do is they get these people from a very young age and like indoctrinate them and basically have them working for them. So basically these people feel indebted to the colonizers, these black people, African people. And they do this so that these people can be put into power. Because when we look at our politicians, no matter which African country you come from, it is concerning the people we have in power. And we have to ask ourselves, why can we not put people in power who are like so pro Africa and pro black or pro Africa? Because these people, every time someone comes up and they're like, yes, this person is pro Africa, pro black, they get taken out. And this is all planned, this is all intentional. And Africa will never be liberated. This is the message I got from this book that I'm actually talking about by Patrice Sombre, that Africa will never be liberated as long as we have puppet leaders, as long as we prioritize Western education, as long as we prioritize Western ways, as long as we idolize, the West, and our leaders still feel inferior to, Western people. Africa will never be liberated. Africa will never go to where it needs to be. However, I do feel like we are waking up. Slowly, we are waking up. I'm from Gqeberha, aka Port Elizabeth, Grwm, by the way. Which tribe are you from? I am Setswana. I am a Setswana girl. I'm born and bred in Pretoria. My dad is Setswana, but he is Motswana wa Kwantwana. And that's like a little group of Tswana people who left Botswana. I don't know if they left Botswana, but basically a group of Tswana people that broke off from Tswana people, and they went to settle in Mpumalanga with Ndebele people and Sepedi people or Pedi people. So Tswana people who are from Tswana, our Setswana is definitely more mixed with Sepedi, and we also like live amongst Ndebele people. So that's where my father is from and his family. And then my mom, she is Mupulana, and Mupulana is another group of people in South Africa. I want to say a dialect of Sepedi, yes. And that is my mom. And yeah, that is me. That is my tribe or the kingdom I'm from. My Xhosa Andile is non-existent. I just know Nyautlalela, Haisana, Uyaxoka. I just love the sound from the Xhosa language. Like to me, it's just like this is so nice. And yeah, but my Zulu, my Xhosa, oh, it's bad, guys. It's so bad. But I've like lately been practicing with my mom. I like speaking Zulu with my mom. I'm so random. I'll just randomly talk to her and have a conversation in Sizulu. So nyazama ukhuluma isiZulu but kunzima. Like one thing about South Africa, guys, is that South Africa, you cannot go by only knowing one language in this country. This country is multilingual, like honestly multilingual on another level. I don't know if there are other countries like this in the world where you cannot go by knowing one language. In South Africa, you can't go by knowing just one language. You need to know multiple languages. And as someone who grew up in Pretoria, how many languages do I know? I think I know like five languages. I'm Tswana, so I know Setswana, I know Sotho, I know Sepedi, and then English, and then Afrikaans. So that's five. And then my Zulu, it's a little bit. Nyazama. IsiZulu sami. Oh, isiZulu, okay. Inkinga ngesiZulu ukuthi sinzima. Like mangikhuluma isiZulu fanele ukuthi ngihlale ucabange ukuthi yo, alright, ngifuna ukuthi okay ngicabange like ish uthatha isikhathi isiZulu sinzima. um Andile Kendrick says Tswana people are the originals of South Africa, by the way. Really? I feel like Tswana people, we are the originals of Botswana. Like when people are like when people talk about, like this Operation Dudula, and people are like go back home to the foreigners in South Africa. I'm always just like, guys, I understand our country has issues. I really do understand it. And you know, not to sound xenophobic, but there is an issue with the whole system of having immigrants in our country. But I don't necessarily blame the immigrants because we need to understand that all of our problems are interconnected as Africans, and no one wants to leave their home country and go to another one just to be mistreated and called names and all of these things and possibly lose your life. I actually worked for an organization a few years ago where I worked with refugees. And once you've worked with refugees, you really get to get an understanding of people and why they leave their country. Like it's not easy to leave your country and just go set up in another country. So I really have a soft spot for people who are, immigrants and who have moved to, a different country. But when Operation Dudula, South Africa is like a right wing situation. I don't even know if it's not a party. I don't know what Operation Dudula is. It's a right wing organization that is fighting, undocumented migrants in South Africa and stuff. And when they like, yeah, people need to go back to their country. I'm always a bit like, guys, I've been born here in South Africa. I grew up in South Africa. My parents were born in South Africa. My great grandparents were born in South Africa. But like at some point in your lineage, you are not from South Africa. I think people need to realize that, especially if okay, this is to my understanding. Yeah, and this is the Khoi people are from Botswana and they migrated to the Western Cape. Oh, okay. Okay, that actually makes a lot of sense because when you do look at Tswana people, that makes so much sense. Actually, I am an original person. So, you know what? I don't care about your problems anymore, people. I am an original person. I'm from South Africa, actually. Like, Andile, thank you for that. You made me clock and remember that because I forgot about that. Because Khoi or San or Kwe people, whatever you want to call them, um, they have their own language. So to me, I was like, oh, okay, we're not that related, but we actually are. You're right. You're actually right. That I know. So yeah, guys, I'm an original person from South Africa through and through. But there are people who in South Africa are like, go back home. But when you go down their lineage, you are not South African 100%. You are not South African 100%. You're probably from Mozambique as well, probably from Botswana, from Zim. So, like, you need to be careful when it comes to that. The attire of the core is the same as Zona people. That is so true. That's why I quickly agreed with you. Like that clocked and I remembered like, oh yeah. Tswana people actually dress the same as Khoi people, and even like the traditions and the food they eat, it's quite similar, quite the same. So you're definitely right. I am an original person, guys. You actually know that Chinese people, specifically Chinese people, are descendants of Khoi people. Like when you look at Khoi or San people and you put Chinese people, identical, identical. Those eyes, and I actually learned this from a Chinese man. Actually, two. A Chinese man and a research paper. So there's a research paper that came out in Asia. I can't remember which country, but Asian people are descend like obviously the world is slowly waking up to this, but everyone on this planet is descendants of black people. Everyone. And Chinese, Asian people are descendants of African people. And it's so interesting how, when you look at Asia, for example, we are so closely related to Asian people as Africans. Like when you listen to people from Malaysia, and then you listen to people from Cape Town, colored people, they sound the same when they speak. They sound the same when they speak. When you look at Maori people and they do the haka and the traditional dances, it reminds me of Zulu people, like Zulu warriors. And it's like, huh? So when you look at Khoisan people and Chinese people, identical. They look so alike. Like Asians and Africans are so connected. It's crazy. There's Japanese words that are actually similar in Shona. Like Shona is a language from Zimbabwe. There's words that you can find in Shona and then words you can find in Japanese that are the same. We're so connected. We're so connected. I have a meeting, guys, but we still have time. It's at 6 o'clock. And I was like, what am I going to do with you guys? I want to hang out. I want to chill. I knew I was just going to do my wig. It was going to be a quick thing. And I was like, oh my gosh, I went to Pick and Pay the other day and they gave me these cards. And I'm going to give them to my nephew and niece. And I was like, let me open them with you guys. You guys know about these cards, okay? If you're South African. But I'm like so bored because I don't care for rugby. I don't care. They're rugby cards. They Springbok are rugby cards. And the Springboks were world champions in 1995, 2007, 2019, 2023. Like our Springboks in South Africa, they're quite good as a sport team. But like I don't really care. I know Xhosa people love rugby. I know that Chinese people are from Khoi people. Basically, humans started in Africa, but yeah, exactly. I hope. Yeah, let me do this. I'm just turning my fan. It's so hot. But yes, all people on this planet are descendants of African people. Life started in Africa. Obviously, when you go to the cradle of humankind here in South Africa, you can find literally skeletons of people from over like hundreds and thousands of years ago. Oh, something almost fell in the mirror. It reminds me of this Netflix documentary I watched. I think it's called Naledi. And it's about this type of, it's not even a Homo sapien. Homo sapien is the species of humans that we are right now. And they were able to dig up, archaeologists, another form of, um, humans here would you call them humans if they're a different species? I'm not sure, but a different group of people, they were able to dig them up right here in South Africa. It's called Naledi, Homo Naledi on Netflix. And it's so interesting. It's so interesting, guys. They would have burials underground in caves. These beings, they were mute, they didn't speak, they didn't like verbally speak, so they would communicate non-verbally. And they had, I think they didn't eat meat. I can't remember about their diets, but they would have, and when they would bury, they would have actual burials, like ceremonies where they would bury underground, and they would go underground like in caves to go bury, and they would go there for a couple of days. They would take food, they would light fire. It's so interesting, the documentary. I watched it a few years ago, so I can't recall now the details properly. But yeah, all human beings, they come from Africa, from Africans essentially, and even that species, the Homo naledi, um, they had resemblance to, is it the Vikings? I think the Vikings or Neanderthals. So there's like images of caves where Neanderthals lived in Europe, and archaeologists and scientists were able to find like similar markings in the caves, um, with the Vikings, or no, Neanderthal, with the Neanderthals, and they also found them with Homo naledi as well, like the caves. It was such an interesting documentary. How often do you go live, by the way? I really want to sub to your channel. You seem like a vibe. Oh, thank you, Andile. I'm trying to figure out a schedule. I'm trying to figure out a schedule. Just honestly, click that notification bell. But I'm thinking of going live at least once midweek. So yeah, probably gonna go live this Tuesday. This coming Tuesday, I wanna go live. And then I always go live on the weekend. So either Saturday or Sunday. And I'm trying to just get back into my schedule. So I took a long break because I was just going through like a lot of stuff personally. So I'm getting back into creating content. So I'm just trying to build up that muscle of routine and coming back, consistently. So just hit that notification bell, and I'm going to see like what works for me, what works for you guys, and see when we can go live. But yeah, I try to go live. I'm gonna try to go live once at least midweek, but I definitely go live on weekends. Saturday or Sunday, I'm definitely live. Sometimes I'm even live on a Sunday. I mean, on a Saturday and a Sunday. Yeah, I don't party, guys. I don't go out. Like my life, I'm constantly just working, working, working. I'm running a business, and it is taking everything out of me, guys. I don't want to be that person. I feel like I'm always complaining when it comes to like being an entrepreneur. Like, guys, the ghetto. It can honestly be the ghetto being an entrepreneur, especially in the beginning. It's so ghetto. But I really enjoy it because, like I said, I wasn't around for like the last 2 months online, like a month and a half. And I was able to, not be online, not really work because I'm self employed, I'm an entrepreneur. And that's honestly very nice and a privilege, and something I honestly do not take for granted because I'm able to be more present in life. I'm able to focus on myself. Like earlier on in this life, I was actually telling you guys that I lost a lot of weight in 2023, and I've been able to maintain that weight because my diet changed and I became like very more spiritual. And after becoming more spiritual, like my diet changed. But I realized that also being an entrepreneur has helped me to become healthier because I manage my own time. I manage what it is that I do. I don't have someone that I have to report to and all of that. And because of that, I've just been able to really take care of myself so much better. Like, I've really become more healthy. Like, guys, when you look at my content from 2022, my face was so puffy. Like, I was so big. I didn't even realize it. And that was cortisol. And if you don't manage your cortisol, it leads to cholesterol, it leads to high blood pressure, it leads to diabetes. I was probably becoming insulin resistant, and high blood pressure runs in my family, and my mom is also diabetic. So, like, had I not maintained my health, I don't know where I would be. So, being an entrepreneur has honestly given me that luxury where I'm able to take care of my health and really manage it, and I've been able to lose weight and maintain losing the weight. And I don't even do anything like crazy. I just intermittent fast. I eat like twice a day, and I like having my breakfast later in the day. And then I try to eat a lot of vegetables. I try to eat like veggies with every single meal. My diet is a little bit carb heavy, and I'm trying to like just reduce my carb intake. And I used to walk. I used to walk a lot. I stopped walking. The thing about exercising is that once you get into it, you become addicted, and it's good. You know, you can keep at it for a couple of months. But once you stop, going back, it's hard. And I used to love walking. I even got myself wireless headsets from, here's the pack actually. Sound Core. Oh, it's a bit dusty. I got these wireless headsets, guys. They're so good. They're so good. I used to have the JBL headsets, and they're excellent as well. No complaints. But I want to try out a different brand. When the JBLs, like, yeah, they got, I don't know what's the word. They got ruined. They were old. I had the JBL headsets since 2021, and they died on me in 2023. What year is it? 20. I got them 2021. They died on me in 2024. So I had those headsets for like 3 years, and they were excellent, so good, no complaints. I mean, the 3 years, one pair of headsets, I can't complain. So I got the Soundcore this time around because I saw the reviews were so good on Take a Lot. And you know what? This was supposed to be my motivator to start working. I'm to start walking. Have I started walking? That's the question. Andy, Les, say Les, I really like your knowledge. I just saw, by the way. Oh, thank you so much. Hard, hustle hard, Tamazana. I'm going to call you Queen Mutswako. Oh, wow. Thank you. I'm not that one now. But Mutswako are people from Mafikeng. Those are like the actual Tswana people. I'm from Pretoria. I'll speak to Pretoria right now. Let me just read your other comment. You're really a vibe, Joe. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I am Tswana from Pretoria. So even my Setswana is it's not that good at all. I speak Sipitori, which is like a mixture of Setswana, Sepedi, Sesotho, and a bit of Tsotsitaal, a bit of Afrikaans, and child. It's that. But thank you. I'm gonna start opening these cards, guys. I don't even know rugby players in South Africa. I don't even know them. Oh no. Okay, I thought it was gonna be hard to open. Pick and Pay has these things. When you buy, you get these cards. Oh, but the cards look nice. They look nice. I know Xhosa people love rugby. Do you know these people? Andre Estreisen. Yes, Sipitori has a bit of Tsotsitaal. Like, actually not a bit, a lot. Like, Sipitori, actually, that's the thing. Like, okay, let's talk about Sipitori. Sipitori is a language that's spoken in Pretoria specifically, and it's called a lingua franca. A lingua franca is a language that two groups of people or more use to communicate with each other. So these groups of people don't speak the same language. I mean, they will use a language to communicate with each other. That language is what you call a lingua franca. Sipitori is a lingua franca. Similarly to English is a lingua franca, Swahili is a lingua franca, and even French is a lingua franca. Those are languages that people use to communicate with each other, people who did not speak the same language. So Sipitori came about from migrants coming to Pretoria and communicating with the locals, the indigenous people of this land, people who are Tswana, people who are Ndebele, and Sesotho. No, just I don't think Sesotho people are indigenous to Pretoria. I'm not too sure, but anyways, so that's where Sipitori was formed. You know, it's a language that combines Sesotho, Setswana, Sepedi, and there's a bit of Tsotsitaal in it, a bit of Afrikaans. And this is the language my mom speaks. This is the language my grandmother spoke. Okay, my grandmother, her Tswana was a bit better. It had a bit of pity and was definitely better than mine. But we speak Sipitori at home. Like, this is my home language and it's not recognized. And yet, when I speak with someone from Botswana, for example, or someone who is a Sotho, obviously they can tell that, oh, okay, you don't speak proper Sotho or you don't speak proper Tswana. People even think we speak Sepedi, but we don't speak just Sepedi. It's a mixture of languages and there's street words, and it's such a funny language. I'll come into like just a few Sepitori words. I'll mention a few. Now, why I mention all of this is that this is like a street language that is our home language. I don't know how to speak proper Tswana. I don't know how to speak proper Sepedi. Like, this is actually my home language, a street language. Like, my nieces and nephews speak Sipitori and they struggle. Some of these kids, when they go to like school and they have to like learn Setswana or learn Sesotho at school, it's difficult because this is not the language we speak in the house. And Sipitori also is also a language where it's hard to document the language because it changes so quickly. The Sipitori spoken in Hammanskraal and Mamelodi, for example, is not the same as the Sipitori in Soshanguve. Yet we can understand each other. And it's also a language where literally someone can come up with a word today, right now, and it just goes. Like if someone is a liar, you call them a frying pan. Oh my god! A shortcut. Develop. Um, a window. Which is like a word borrowed from Afrikaans. Fenster is a window in Afrikaans. Yes. Um. Oh my gosh! Like Sipitori is just such a funny language, and it's our home language, guys. People think like this is a language for the streets, but some of us like this is how we speak every day. Shiloh Mali, Skolong, which lingos did you study? I went to like a white school. I did English and Afrikaans, guys. But I really forced and taught myself to know how to read vernac. So I taught myself how to read Setswana, Sesotho, and Sepedi. I couldn't. I grew up in a high control religion. I was a Jehovah's Witness growing up, and Jehovah's Witnesses read a lot. They have publications, books and stuff. And I would force myself to read those books in vernac, in my home language, Setswana or Sesotho or Sepedi. I find reading Sesotho the easiest for me. Sesotho Samo Shresh. No, Sesotho Saseshweshwe. I think that's what it's called. Almost I'm not sure. That is actually the easiest vernacular language for me to read. I enjoy reading Sesotho. And yeah, but I force myself to do that because, child, I'm not gonna be a black person who can't read my home language. How am I going to teach my children? I'm not going to be that parent where my kids are black or African and they cannot speak their home language. Could never be me. They will be speaking Sipitori, my children. So Sipitori, the same language Maporisa speak. Yes, Maporisa is from Soshanguve, which is very close to where I'm from, where I grew up, which is Hammanskraal, literally neighbors. And yeah, it sounds like street language. Like, have you heard Maporisa speak? He sounds like this is something people speak on the street, and this is how we speak at home with our siblings, our parents, our grandparents. That is our home language. Sipitori. Angel, that's how we speak. Frying pan. It's a wow. I'm telling you, frying pan. That means you're a liar. Nyoko over Luena. Over is I want to speak. And the thing is, there's so many words for the same word. Like Sipitori is a language that's actually more about context versus the actual words. Like you need to understand the context in which you guys are having the conversation or in terms of what you guys are speaking about. And that's what I mean, that the language is just so fast moving, changing consistently because it's a language about context and it changes like this and it incorporates other languages and it just, yeah, it's one of those languages I feel like kind of makes you smarter if you think about it, because people who speak multiple languages tend to be smarter. So if you are like someone who speaks Sipitori and it's a language that like really requires you to contextualize what it is that you're talking about, and it's a language that's very fast and changing, Thank you for the hearts, guys. Like, you have to be smart. On some level, you have to be smart. Guys, I wanted to like open these cards with you. I don't even know any of these people. I don't watch rugby. You know what annoys me about South African rugby? This is why I don't watch South African rugby. 80, I think 80 something percent, maybe 86% of South Africa's population is black. 86% of South Africa's population is black. White people only make like 7%. I think 7%. Why do I already have three white players in my hands? Why do I already have three white players in my hand? This is not reflective of our country. Ah! This is why I hate rugby. I hate rugby. RG Sneyman. And actually, the high school I went to and the primary school I went to, they were famous rugby players. Peter Steve Detroit, Andre Estreisen. These are all white people. Three white people already. South Africa, Rainbow Nation, you know? Andy, I would listen to you all day. I literally just learned a lot about Supitori from just your teaching. You should become a teacher. And guys, I don't think I could be a teacher. I feel like I'm so impatient. I would tell those kids, shut up. I would be a bad teacher. I'm so impatient. Guys, no. Why do I have the same players again? I opened another pack. Yeah, Andile, we must admit that few black people really love rugby. Yeah, not a lot of black people not a lot of black people love rugby, but you Xhosa people, you oaks, you guys love rugby. You love rugby. Wow, these are the same people. I wanted to give this to my niece and nephew, but I know those kids, they don't care. They don't even know rugby. They don't even. There's not even rugby in their school. They don't care. I'm opening another pack. This is my third pack. Let's see. I just know even one player. I just know Sia Kolis, a black man married to a white woman. Ah! Where's Dr. Umar? What, a black man married to a snow bunny? No, guys, Pick and Pay is so wrong. This is my third pack. The same three players. The same three players again. Andre Estreisen, RJ Sneyman, and Peter Steph Detroit. Hey, guys. But you know what? I'm not gonna come for interracial. I don't know why. This sounds gonna sound so problematic, but it's my opinion. I don't like it when black men date outside of their race and marry outside of their race, even though it's none of my business. This is just my opinion. For some reason, I'm just like, why is a black man with someone who's not like a black woman, you know? But when I see a black woman with someone outside of their race, I'm like, yes, girl. Yes, girl. Yes. Oh, guys. I know, guys. This is the fourth pack. The fourth pack. The same. Oh, okay. A black man. Ah! Who's this? Bongi Mbonambi. A black person. Okay, Bongi. Oh, okay. These are new. Okay, we have Andre Estreisen again. Willie Our guys, there's too many white players in the South African rugby team. Ow. No. Because people only love Sia Kolis. He's from Port Elizabeth, and I know where he grew up. Oh, but that Dr. Umar joke is really funny. It is. Hi, Tehofato. How are you, girl? No, but it is. Snow. He's with a snow bunny. Dr. Umar will not be happy. He will not be happy. Let's open another pack. Guys, Andre Estreisen. No. I have now, how many cards? 5 cards of Andre Estreisen. Guys, we're busy opening these little packets of Springbok rugby cards you get from Pick and Pay. I'm already disappointed. I kind of do graphic designing, and I must say the design is very beautiful. Like these cards were beautiful. I think if I was a kid and these like when I was a kid, we were really like big into Pokemon. I do remember you, Fatso, from yesterday. I do remember you, girl. And yeah, remember how big we were into Pokemon, and you could find like Pokemons in your chips, in your Simba chips growing up, guys. Oh my gosh. Yeah, this would have been beautiful as well. Like these cards are done so well. Like as a graphic designer, I'm just like, oh wow, these are beautiful. But yo, asili ko atla o bone. Jasper Vissi, our guys. South Africa, a country where 86% of the population is black. I am unpacking cards from the rugby team. And so far, I have one, two, three, four, five white players, one black guy. Ooh, guys. Jesus, take the wheel and crash the car. Let it burn. Okay. Bungi Mbonambi again. And then another one. Apelele Fasi. Okay. Apelele looks like he's got a white girlfriend. He looks like he's got a snow bunny. Guys, I'm just honestly being silly. I'm being so silly right now. Keep those cards, Monica, because they might gain value in. Do you really think they'll gain value? I don't know, guys. Look at the people who were collecting the 5 rand coins and thought when Mandela died they'd make money. My dad was one of them. I don't know, but I think they're worth something right now. I think the coins are worth something, right? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm gonna give them to my niece and nephew, guys. Honestly, I don't care. I don't care. Let's see. I wish I could be like, you guys could speak back to me, and I could just say, guys, Bunomlungula. Bunomlungula. Malcolm Marx. Andre Estreisen. Oh, Andre Estreisen, his cards. Bongim Bonani. Okay, so far we have, and I don't even know how many players there are in a rugby team. You only have 2 black players out of 6. I mean, out of 8. There's 8 players I have here in total. 8 so far. 2 are black. 6 are white. A country where 80% of the population is black. Over 80. I haven't even mentioned colored people. This is just African people. Like the real Africans. Not that colored people are not African. I just mean like abelungu. No, not abelungu. Abantu bemnyama. Andre Estreisen. Alright, guys. Bongi Bonani. Malcolm Marx. I have 3 packs left. No Sia Kulisi, Albadong. The only rugby player I know. Sia Kulisi. I think that's him. Damn, that's the only player I know. There's someone Rasi, I think. You guys, Andre Estreisen. Finally, a colored person. Manny Lebok. And Peter Steph Detroit. And not that like just because I don't have anything against rugby. Like it's just I'm not into sports like that, and people can definitely be into sports and enjoy it, have a good time. I don't have an issue with that. But I do feel like as African people, we really need to be sitting on these organizations' necks and these sports, whatever, because our guys, a country where there's so many black people. I don't know actually, you know what? Because do black people care about rugby? Do we care? We have Andre Estreisen, Bonambi, and what? Valila Rue. My other thing also is that I feel like rugby is so prioritized in South Africa. That's another thing that like annoys me. Like the Springboks will win. Great, beautiful. That's amazing. Jiggy jiggy. Friday is a holiday. I don't remember, and I know what people are gonna say. I know people are gonna say, but I don't remember ever having a holiday because Bafana won or Banyana Banyana. Okay, fine. People will say Bafana don't win. Fine, Banyana wins. Banyana wins, and no holidays from them. Why? I'm surprised you don't like rugby. Koi people were the originators of rugby. Oh my god, really? Isn't rugby like from the UK? Isn't it from the UK? We have Andre is plays in the last three. Big Bad Boss Dog. Hi, Big Bad Boss Dog. How you doing? We have Bongi Bonambi and Vali LaRue. Wow. Andre Estreisen. There's so many cards of his. So many cards. How you doing, Big Bad Boss? What Big Bad Boss Dog? Where are you watching from? The baby is almost here, Moniz. Oh, guys, when you see comments like this, they're rage baiting me. They're rage baiting me. Big Bad Boss, are you trying to rage bait me? What baby? What baby is here? What baby is this, Big Bad Boss? That's one thing about live streaming. Live streaming, they will rage bait you guys. But I love it. I honestly love it. Like, we can have these, little amazing conversations and still laugh and still have a good time. And then there'll always be like weird comments. Guys, these cards are so boring. My wife is due any day now. Oh, wow. Is this your first child, Big Bad? Do you have mods, by the way? What's mods? What's mods, Andile? Oh, your second child, Big Bad. Oh, a Big Bad. Oh, I just want to call you Big Bad. Oh, wow. I don't have children. How is it to have children? Like, that's one of my fears, guys. Moderators. No, I don't have moderators, Andile. You know what? I'm not easily offended as a person. Let me say that. And yeah, maybe I should look into moderators. But so far, I think maybe because my live streams are like not that big just yet, I can handle the comments that comes along. I haven't really looked into moderators, but maybe I should because I actually work with YouTube, guys. I got into live streaming because of YouTube. So I started creating content in 2021, like the early 2020s, but I started going at it like seriously in 2023. And by the end of the year, YouTube had this little program I applied to and I got selected. I made it into the program, and ever since then I've been like working with YouTube. Like YouTube reached out to me and said, hey, we think you'd be actually good for live streaming, like just give it a try, check it out. And I've started live streaming and here I am. And YouTube has been talking about moderators and stuff, so I'll look into it. Thank you, Andile. So to answer your question, no, I don't have any moderators. Big Bad Boss. Oh, you're having a baby girl. You're so excited. You're crying. Oh my god, that is so beautiful. That is so beautiful, guys. I don't have kids. I can't imagine having a child. Like, I'm just like, I'm a child too. Who's gonna look after me? Who's gonna look after me? I'm a child too. I'm so happy we're excited. Have you guys picked out a name? I don't want to be rude because I know for some people, like, they don't want to share any information about the child before the child is born. So I don't want to pry. You can just let us know, have you chosen a name or not? If you want to share the name, you're more than welcome. Maybe we can give some suggestions here for baby girl names. Let me see. Oh, Xhosa language. This is why I love like Xhosa people. For me, have the most beautiful names. Oh my gosh, I had a Xhosa friend. Her name is Eve. Like Eve. Isn't that a beautiful name? And her sister is Msa. Msa. Like, those names to me are just so beautiful. Like, Xhosa people have beautiful names. They actually do. Guys, what am I gonna do with these? Oh, I'm gonna give them to my niece and nephew because what could I possibly do with this stack of rugby cards? And like none of the players are hot. I didn't even mention that. No one is hot. No one is hot. Bring back hot men. No one is hot. No one is hot. This is why I also like soccer. Like, I don't like soccer. I don't like any sports, but I feel like soccer has like attractive players. You must look at the rugby players from other countries like Japan, New Zealand. Okay, I really hate rugby. Come to think of it, because when I see like New Zealand and they're about to play a match, and they do the haka, and I see white people joining in the haka, I'm like, and how do I know these people are actually like 100% white? Because there are people from New Zealand who are like, who look white but are still like natives, or yeah, like native to New Zealand. But I'm like, white people don't partake in the haka. It's for the indigenous people. Guys, I have anger issues. Andile Kendrick, no potential baby daddy on the rugby squad. No, none, Andile, none. No one is hot here. No one is hot. Like, I have to look again, and I'm like, maybe if I really had to choose, if I really had to be like, okay, fine, I would say Andre Estreisen. But like, still, like, I'd be settling. I'm so delusional. Yeah, he like, okay, but maybe I'm being tough. Like, also another thing for me, I feel like I'm digging myself in a hole, guys. What time is it? I need to log off soon. But how do I put this? I sometimes struggle to see attraction, and like, I don't struggle. When someone is beautiful, they're beautiful, irrespective of race. Irrespective of race. But I do honestly feel like black men are the most beautiful people on this planet. Even though they mistreat black women, even though they are like horrible. Black African men, God's favorite. When it comes to looks, they are God's favorite. But attractive men are attractive everywhere. I'm not even gonna lie. Like, when you're attractive, irrespective of your race. So I wanted to say like, okay, no, maybe I don't find these people attractive because it's just like mostly white people. But no, white people are beautiful. They're beautiful white people as well. So they're not hot. I'm 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 sorry. I knew I was going to go to the white man. You love snow, but yeah. Here's the thing. Um, and I've never dated a white person in my life. I've never dated outside of my race, but I've spoken to white men. I have spoken to also Indian men. Foreign people are attracted to me, and I also find them attractive. I won't lie, and I do think eventually I'm going to end up with a foreign person, and I'm okay with that. I don't mind because I've given South African men a chance, I really have. And South African men have disappointed me. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. It just didn't work out. Not that I find South African men unattractive or whatever. Like African men, they're just beautiful. It just hasn't worked out. But like I find white people too much. Like it's my fear to it's not a fear. And people like say that like I probably would be suitable to be like with like a white person. And I don't know. I feel like you might have to be like mixed with something else. I don't know. I don't have a preference when it comes to dating. Like if we just click, if we just have a connection, that's great. So how about Andile? I feel so like my blackness is being questioned. You into snow bunnies? Like I have to defend myself, but no, I don't have to explain or defend myself. Like anyone who's beautiful is beautiful, irrespective of their race. Um, yeah. If I was to be with a white person, they have to be those white people who are fighting the system hard. Like you are fighting the system hard. You're those white people who speak out against the West. I would consider you. Andy Kendrick, would you allow a man to take your surname? Um, you know, damn. My specific surname, yes. Because I love my surname so much. Like, I don't want to lose my surname. I love my surname so much. So if a man wanted my specific surname, I'd be like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it, to be honest. I don't know. I don't want my man to take my surname. Yeah. I don't know. I never thought about that. I saw when like the law got passed in South Africa that um men can now take, the woman's surname. And I didn't even really think about it because in my mind I was like, oh my gosh, this is so like white. So like maybe white people will do this. But actually this is very much African. This is very much African. Africa used to be a matriarchal society, and the women controlled everything. So men would actually take the woman's surname, pre-colonial times. You would find societies that were completely run, completely controlled by women. So those societies, it wouldn't surprise me for a man to take a woman's surname. So yeah, I don't know if I would do it right now in like 2025. Give a man my surname. Like I love my surname so much. And a man will always embarrass you. He will embarrass you and you gave him your surname. Ladies, a man will always embarrass you and you gave him your surname. You have to think about that. Big bad boss. Monica, when are you going to get cuffed, locked all the way in and settle down and get married? Guys, I don't know. Every time I come onto live, it's this question. Where's your husband? Where's your boyfriend? Guys, I don't know. And I'll settle down. Do I want to settle down? Let's start there. Um, I do. I do. I'll be honest. Like, okay, I'm gonna have a heart-to-heart conversation with you guys. Open up, be vulnerable. I do want to settle down. I do want to meet someone. Honestly, when I was in my 20s, I didn't really care about marriage. I didn't really care about having children. Like, I just knew I'll have children in the future, but like, I didn't have like a time frame where I was like this age, this and this needs to be done. Until when I turned 30 and my dad died. And I was really close to my dad. And yo, guys, the emptiness I felt when my father died, I'll never get over my father's death. I'll never, ever, ever get over that. And it was the most painful thing I've gone through in my life. The most painful thing. And I think that's when I realized the importance of partnership. Because it was just, even though it's such a sad experience, a sad moment, but it was so beautiful to see my mom being loved by someone like that and having a partner like that, and even my father having, my mom, his wife, like their love was so beautiful, and I was like, I want to experience this. And when my father died, ever since then, I still, even till this day, I feel so alone. There's like a void, and I don't, it's not daddy issues in terms of I'm looking for someone to be my father, but there is that deep masculine energy missing from my life. And yeah, I would like to get married and be with someone, I'll be honest. I do. And I'm not even picky about like where they're from. I am picky about what they do. Duh. And we have to like, have chemistry or connection. But yeah, man, more than anything, there has to be partnership and stuff like that. And I just haven't met someone. And just because time is moving, I've just felt like I'm not going to pressurize myself. I'm going at my time and my pace. And I don't want to rush anything, because a bad relationship can really, really derail your life. A bad relationship can really ruin your life. And I was very fortunate to be born into a household where I had a prison father and a prison mother, and I want to give my child that. Like, that was such a gift. Like, I remember when I was in high school, because I didn't even realize this when I was in primary school. Okay, in primary school, I went to a multiracial school, and there were a lot of white children. And we do know that in most white households, there is a prison father and a prison mother. And not to say that white men make better fathers, black men are absent fathers because of so many societal issues, colonization and the internalized trauma that we have as a group of people, and just a lot of issues that have contributed to the black man not being present. Even though the black man needs to pull up his socks, because of black women have gone through the struggle as well. We are actually going through it even worse than black men, if you think about it. Yet we show up. Like, black women, we are on path now to become the most educated demographic in the world. Black women, we work so hard. So there's so many struggles that we face. But yeah, irrespective of that, I was just so aware when I got to high school of just so many of my friend group and the people around me who are like from single households, like single parent households. They would just have a mom. And I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so lucky to like have a dad and a mom. And Anita wants to know, okay, let me just read a few of your comments. Girl, you need to get cuffed. Big dog, big bad dog. Wait, big bad boss dog. Where are the men? But also, I'm this person. I'm like, where are the men? As soon as the man like approaches me, I'm just like, what do you want? Shiloh Molly, sorry for your loss, Monesu. Oh, thank you, Shiloh. Andy Kendrick, do you have any siblings? I do. I have 5 siblings. 5. And I'm the youngest in my family. I'm the youngest. And yeah, just growing up in such a big family and having, having to deal with the loss of my father, it did make me realize that, yeah, man, I do want to settle down and I do want to have children. I don't feel pressurized to have children right now because I'm scared of having kids, guys. I'm so scared. And my mom had me at like 39. So I'm just like, I got time. I really got time. So I'm not rushing anything. I do feel that things will happen when it needs to happen. But also, I just feel honestly so content with myself and my life. I don't want to lie that even if I never get married, even if I never have children, I'll still be okay. I will genuinely still be okay. I have the most beautiful, beautiful nieces and nephews that I love so, so much, who honestly light up my life. And I have this beautiful community that I'm growing online that I genuinely love from the bottom of my heart. Like, I'm genuinely a fulfilled person, and I'm like running a business, I'm studying, I'm in school. Like, there's just so much to do in life, so much to explore. And the fact that I don't have children and I'm single, it has allowed me to really explore life. It has allowed me to try different things. Like, I'm like running a business right now in my early 30s, and I know if I had a child, I wouldn't have been able to pivot and try this out. I would have probably had to be forced, to stick to a 9 to 5. Not that there's anything wrong with a 9 to 5, nothing wrong with that. But there's also something just so fulfilling about running a business. Like, I realized that running a business and being an entrepreneur is a very, very, very spiritual thing. And a lot of people struggle with entrepreneurship, even myself, when I started out, because entrepreneurship requires you to meet yourself. There's no one else who's going to hold you accountable. There's no one else who's going to force you to do anything. It's all on you. And it's not just about your product or your service. It's also about like you as a person. How accountable are you? How disciplined are you? How strategic are you? Can you multitask? Can you delegate? There's so many things that go into being an entrepreneur, and that's why I say being an entrepreneur is actually such a spiritual thing. And I'm very grateful that I've taken this path, because I got to meet myself at a level that I never thought I would in my lifetime. In my lifetime, like, I've become so self-secure because I'm an entrepreneur. I've become so sure of myself. I've become more disciplined, very much so. And I've also learned the importance of money, the importance of good financial planning, good financial management, the importance of relationship management, the importance of delegating, how to multitask, and self-belief, self-trust. Like, being an entrepreneur is something else. And yeah, I've honestly been so grateful, and I've been able to embark on this journey because I decided to have children later on in life. If I ever do have children, I decided not to prioritize, being married and having kids. So yeah, I prioritize my education, if anything, and that has really honestly served me so well. I love taking in knowledge. I love learning new things and sharing it with people. It's honestly one of my favorite things. I do think it's my purpose in this world, and I really enjoy it. What's the hardest part about having a business? Yo, the hardest part about running a business is knowing when to let go. Yeah. The hardest part about running a business is knowing when to let go. And wow, it's knowing when to let go and when to hold on. I would say that because business requires resilience, like crazy. Like, you cannot be an entrepreneur if you're not resilient. You cannot. Like, entrepreneurship requires resilience, because entrepreneurship is just you problem solving. Essentially, you're just solving problems consistently. Consistently, you are solving problems. They're all on you, and you're constantly solving problems. It requires so much responsibility. Like, for me, entrepreneurship is like raising a child. I feel like my business is my child, and not my child in the sense of I'm that attached to it, but it's like you really have to be responsible when you are an entrepreneur. So it's so difficult to know when you need to let go. I remember early on in this year, I actually did an entrepreneurial program, and one of my mentors highlighted that no business actually fails. A business never fails. It's the entrepreneur giving up. That's when your business fails, because you have given up as an entrepreneur. And the most important thing is to remain a student of your business. Remain a student. Continue to study what it is that you constantly do. your product, your service, like constantly study it so that you can keep elevating, keep changing. Entrepreneurship requires you to, keep changing, keep elevating. And that's where, should you give up? Should you pivot? Should you try new things? Like, that's where that comes in. So, yeah, I hope I answered your question. That was such a good question. Like, I've never actually sat down and thought about it, but there's a lot of hard things when it comes to entrepreneurship. But to me, I would definitely highlight that. And Dile, what keeps you going in difficult times? Well, I feel like I'm doing an interview now. Oh, guys, let me check. Okay, I have a meeting that I have to um, join, but not now. In like 20 minutes. Okay. What keeps me going, honestly, is that I'm an ungovernable woman. I honestly love, I'm making a joke there. I honestly just love what it is that I do. I'm such a creative person. And in the corporate world, even if you work a creative job, there's just so many restrictions at times. There's so many rules and stuff like that. And when you're an entrepreneur, it's all on you, and you can be as creative as much as possible. There's free reign. And I just love it. Like, I love talking to people like this. Like, I really enjoy content creating, and it is my community and my creativity that keeps me going. So even when it's difficult, even when it's hard, it's honestly my community. You guys telling me, oh my gosh, you enjoy my content, you enjoy talking to me, like that honestly keeps me going. It feels like a genuine friendship. Like last month when I wasn't online, I missed being online so much. I felt so lonely because I wasn't connecting with my community. It honestly keeps me going. And also the creativity part of it. I love being creative, and it's fun. It's really, really fun. I'm a natural creator. I'm a natural creative person, and I wasn't able to really pursue my creativity growing up. As mentioned, I grew up in a high control religion, so I had to really prioritize the religion and the requirements of the religion, give it my time, give it my effort. So when I left the religion, I told myself I'm going to prioritize myself, my needs, and be selfish and do what Monica wants to do. So pursuing my creativity has been one of those things, and it's honestly been so much fun. Wow. Are your feet ticklish? No. No. My armpits are ticklish. My armpits are super tick. I hate being tickled. Don't tickle me. Don't tickle me. It's definitely like my armpits. I'm ticklish, yeah. Very ticklish. Am I ticklish? No, I'm not ticklish now. My feet definitely not. But like no one touches my feet. I don't I find feet just like so gross. Okay, I don't touch people's feet, so I think I just don't consider it. Like feet are gross, guys. Like why are you going around touching people's feet? But like when you're in a relationship at the same time, I feel like when you're in a relationship, like your brain just doesn't work. Things you would not do on an ordinary, you want to in a relationship and you're happy, we be doing some BS. So let me not say people who touch feet are gross, because all it requires is for you to just be with someone who you love and you'll do funny things. You said you have 5 siblings. What's your favorite childhood memory with them? You can never forget. Oh wow. I don't like my siblings. Let me stop there. I don't like my siblings. All my siblings are older than me, so there's like just a disconnect there. But a fond memory. I actually have a lot of fond memories with my nephew. So one of my siblings had a child quite young, and that child kind of grew up with me. And like there's just a 2 year age gap. I have a lot of fun memories with him. A lot. Yeah, my nephew. Let me just think. Oh my gosh, I can't think of any. I don't like my siblings. Oh my god. I can't think of any. I genuinely can't think of any. can't think of any. Like, I'm really trying. I'm really trying. I can't think of any. I have a lot of fun memories with my dad. I do. But I think it's because he's died, and like I allowed myself to have that time and like really think about him. But I also have a lot of fun memories with my mom. Yeah, I don't like my siblings like that. Even as a child, it was like, it's wow. No Christmas or birthdays. I grew up in a high control religion. I grew up as a Jehovah's Witness, so we didn't celebrate Christmas, we didn't celebrate birthdays. Actually, when you mentioned a fond memory, it's one with my nephew. He had a birthday party. When was I can't remember how old he was turning. That was a very nice memory because we never like had birthday parties growing up. So yeah, my sibling, his parent threw him a birthday party, and that was actually nice. Yeah, but we didn't celebrate Christmas growing up or birthday parties. So yeah, we were robbed of those memories. Probably why I can't think of any fun memories. Guys, loving your siblings is overrated. It's overrated, honestly. I love my nieces and nephews. I connect with them so much more. Like, I'm a millennial, but I feel like I connect better with Gen Z. Like, Gen Z, I prefer them because Gen X and boomers, when you go up, not for me. Yes, I have a 90s baby. Yes, I'm a 90s baby. I'm a millennial. So, yeah, my siblings are all from the 80s, the 70s. So, that's why, like, there's like a disconnect there. Yeah, I prefer the kids. The kids are fun. The kids are actually fun. Yeah, I have to drop off, guys. Andy, I had such a great conversation with you. Like, this was so much fun. I felt like this was just a live between you and I, even though people kept dropping in and out. Andy, we last born, guys. Like I say, I am through and through. I'm such a lost born. Like, I'm like a typical lost born. That is me. That is me. I don't like sharing. No. But I'm actually a very kind person. Like I like helping people. I'm generous, but I don't like sharing. Like if I'm forced, because I was never raised to share. Like people always shared with me, you know. So like, don't ask me to share. That will anger me. I must decide for myself. Like okay, I want to share with this person. Okay, and I'm very stubborn because of that. I don't like being told what to do because I'm a last born. And yeah, I think that's why I also feel like I'm a baby because my family, I'm 30, I'm in my 30s, but like my family still considers me the baby. Like I'm the baby. I remember like we were having a conversation earlier on, and my sibling was like, "Yeah, but you're a child," and I was like, and then my mom was like trying to like fix the situation, like fix the the conversation we were having. She's like, no, but you know, like get one. And I was like, so I'm forever a baby in my family. At 30, I'm a baby. I'm a child. So I think that's why I still feel like a child. But yeah, guys, this was so much fun. Thank you so much for having this live session with me, spending time with me. I really enjoyed it, and I'm probably gonna have my next live on Tuesday, and I'm gonna try and be more and more consistent. This was so much fun, but I really enjoyed it. And Dile, the last comment I'm going to read was so nice. It was nice chatting with you, Monica. I really look forward chatting with you. Me too, Andile. I really enjoyed chatting with you, and I will definitely see you all in the next one. Bye.